The following podcast contains jokes and laughter, but we want to make it clear that humor is never at the expense of the victims or the tragedies discussed. If you enjoy a blend of comedy and true crime, you found your podcast. However, if you're easily offended, this might not be the right fit for you, and that's perfectly okay. Listener discretion is advised. Welcome back to Melanin Mysteries. Today, we're diving into a case that's got a plot twist straight out of a TV drama, except it's all too real. We're talking about Michael Jace, an actor best known for playing a cop on the hit show The Shield. Yep, the guy who spent years pretending to uphold the law on screen found himself on the wrong side of it in a tragic and shocking way. If you thought it was awkward when actors get typecast, imagine playing a cop on TV and then getting locked up for real. So, spoiler alert, there were no cameras rolling, no scripts, and no retakes, just a heartbreaking reality that left his family shattered. So, let's unpack the story of Michael and April Jace, a Hollywood marriage gone fatally wrong. Buckle up because this one is a roller coaster of irony and tragedy. And before I forget, this case was recommended to me by a listener, and I completely forgot to make a note of who it was, but we just want to say thank you. So, I'm your host, Tiffany.
And I'm your host, Willie.
Whew. Being a mom is nonstop. You work, you drop your kids off, you pick them up from school, you got your son's baseball game after work, and all you want to do is come home and soak in the bathtub, maybe with a glass of wine. And your damn husband is on your last damn nerve. He been on one all damn day. And at this point, you just tired of being sick and tired, and you just want a clean break from this marriage. But of course, he's making it difficult. But at least you got one evening without him. He said he was at a friend's house for the evening. Real talk, you don't even have the patience to deal with him today. Because he texted you earlier saying he was drunk, and sober, you don't even have it in you. So you walk in the house and you think about what you can cook up really quick for your boys, and then you look up, what the fuck is this nigga doing here? And great, he wants to talk. So you send the boys to their room so they won't hear what is sure to turn into an argument. But instead of an argument, it's worse. The kids end up hearing gunshots. So April Denise Richardson was born May 6, 1974 in Hawthorne, California to her parents Larry Richardson and Kay Henry. She also had a brother, Moni Richardson, and I can't tell if her parents were married at one point or not, but her older brother, Moni, they didn't share a mother, and he was raised in Iowa. But April was nothing short of black girl magic. She attended Hawthorne High School and California State University, Fullerton. She ran track, and not just for high school and college. She was the 2011 world champion in the women's over 35 for the 4x100 meter relay. And she had been winning awards for years prior to this. And she also ran with the elite health team and the Trojan Masters class. And she worked as a financial aid counselor at Biola University. She had a son from a previous marriage. His name was Savoy before she met and married her husband, Michael Jace.
Yes, I actually looked at one of her races. It was on YouTube, man. She was fast as hell. Yeah, she was fast as hell. Yeah, she should have ran away from that nigga. That's what she should have did.
Don't start.
All right, my bad. So Michael Andrew Jace was born July 13th, 1962 in Paterson, New Jersey. Here we go. Michael Andrew Jace was born July 13th, 1962 in Paterson, New Jersey. Now, there is no information that can be found about his parents or early life, which is really weird seeing that though he was a public figure. Now, he found a love for acting in college. He landed his first role in 1992 on the episode of Law and Order. By 1994, he appeared in several shows, including Star Trek, Deep Space. And did you know this? He was actually in Forrest Gump. Do you remember him?
Who was in Forrest Gump?
He was the leader of the Black Panther
Party.
In
that movie.
Yes, it was a Black Panther party. That's the only time it was some niggas in there doing that part.
You're when so Jenny took really off topic for just 1 second. I went back and watched a movie maybe like 3-4 weeks ago. That it had a lot of racist connotations in there, but it was
Forrest Gump.
Yes, and I never paid attention to it. I love
Forrest Gump was racist.
Oh, he was named after the dude from the head of the KKK.
But he wasn't racist. He looked out for Bubba.
No, it was a lot of racist, like underlying and stuff that I never paid attention to when I was younger. Yeah. No, Forrest wasn't racist.
Hey, look, the funny part was when His mom had to get her bat blown out to get the nigga in the school, remember?
Yes, she sure did. Hey, my mom do what
Oh
she had to
shit. Yeah,
do.
Forrest Gump, man. Shout out to Forrest Gump, man. He took care of Bubba Gump. He took care of him even when he died. His family was rich. And they had some white servers. So I'm always down for that. But anyway, so it was the scene where, like I was telling you, the Forrest took her back and she was staying, and old dude got out of pocket, and Forrest Gump beat the shit out the dude. Something about slow people that can fight. I don't know, they strong. But anyway, he married Jennifer Bitterman in
You know
1995, and
somebody
the
about to be
two,
pissed about you and call the man slow.
man, they be pissed about everything, right? But anyway, he married Jennifer Bitterman. We talk about Michael Andrew Jace, of course, in 1995, and the two had a son, Jordan. By 2002, he finally landed a recurring role as Arthur Julian Lowe on the FX series The Shield. Did you watch that?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I did not watch that at all. While his career was on the rise, his marriage was on the decline. Why? Because he had money and hoes. Okay, that's what I think. I could be wrong. But anyway, him and Jennifer divorced. There were claims of domestic violence that was mentioned in the tribute to the divorce, although it doesn't specify on whose end. So Michael ended up appearing in about 88 episodes of the show The Shield. Now, he and April married in June 2003. He wasted no time getting back out there. He said he was single and ready to mingle and had more chips than Pringles. That's what he told me. The two had their first son together around 2006, Nehemiah, and then in 2009, their second son, Caleb. So things seem to be going pretty well until there aren't. So by 2011, Michael filed for Chapter 13 bankruptcy, claiming he owed more than $500,000 and he was only bringing in $80,000 a year. So supposedly he owed $411,000 on his own. His house was nice as hell too. It was
Mm-hmm.
nice. And it was on the brink of foreclosure. So money was tight. We talk about super tight, right? So he wasn't working as much. He did manage to snag a small recurring role on the TV show Southland, but obviously it was not enough to cover the bills. So money is tight as hell, and things in his marriage are not stable. And I'm sorry, man. When your money ain't right, I don't care. Like I don't the relationship, the conversation. I mean, relationship, the marriage, does not be good. I don't care what nobody say. You
No,
know what I'm
I
saying?
agree. I agree.
Yeah, I remember my father told me this. He said, "You find yourself arguing about everything else except finances, your marriage in trouble." Do you believe that?
If you argue about everything outside of finances,
He said everything else but finances.
no, that don't sound right.
I know, but he
I
also
ain't trying to
told
be
me that
funny.
you
I
got
don't
a.
trust your daddy. I
Yeah,
don't.
I'm about to say he also told me that you have a backup plan. You know what I'm saying? He said,
Your daddy
"Yeah,
was a cheater. I don't trust your daddy. I'm sorry.
oh yeah, that nigga
Rest his
was a
soul,
cheater,
but I
man.
don't.
That nigga cheated on my mama. He cheated on taxes. You know what I'm saying? This nigga even cheated on the paternity test. Can't trust that nigga. But I love you, daddy. So anyway, after almost 10 years, she felt the need to prioritize her peace over this marriage. Now that's fucked up. You wait till the nigga go broke before you decide that, you know
First
what,
of
I
all,
want my
I'm sure that
peace.
had nothing
That's
to
some
do with
bullshit.
nothing. I'm sure he started
Nah,
acting
man.
out because he was broke.
He's an actor. He's supposed to act out.
Keep going. Keep going. You so aggravating sometimes. You be showing off a company. So anyway, the date is now May 19th of 2014. And April's nephew Christopher has spent the night and he woke up to April and Michael arguing around 5:19 a.m. I'd be pissed. And heard Michael screaming, quote, "You can't have a godly reason for divorce." So it's
That's a damn lie. Real quick. When I was going through mine, the church was really trying to, and I'm not knocking, I ain't gonna say the name of the church, but the church really was trying to be so adamant, making it seem like I could not leave the marriage. Like, there's no justification for cheating. I'm like, nigga, she cheated on me. It's like, we understand that, you know what I'm saying? But there's long suffering in marriage. And they was trying to like make it seem like I was wrong because I wanted to exit stage left.
you ain't gonna
So
sit in
I,
my face and disrespect me. I'm sorry.
no, bitch, you only get one good time to cheat on me. One good time. Well, maybe two, but after that, I'm done. But go ahead.
So yelling and loud crashes followed soon after, and Savoy, who was like we said April's oldest son, and Christopher, they came out the room, and Christopher came with a baseball bat because he said there were smashed vases, there was furniture turned over, and April and Michael were just standing there, both obviously angry. So Michael tried to get Chris to give him the bat, but Chris wasn't having that shit because he wasn't sure what the issue was, but what nobody would put their hands on his auntie. So allegedly, Michael kept saying, "quote I would never put my hands on your mom," talking to Savoy. So April, Savoy, Chris, and then their two sons, they ended up getting their stuff and left. She dropped the kids off at school. So like we said, April was just sick of everything going on and she just wanted peace. So, she's still being a good wife. She reaches out to a friend of Michael's. His name was Kenneth Brown. Now, they knew Kenneth through church and he had also worked with Michael on The Shield. So, Michael would talk to Kenneth about him and April's marriage, which, we mentioned was struggling due to money issues. And April had asked Kenneth if he could, just check in on Michael, maybe talk some sense into this man because he was acting a plum fucking fool.
Kenneth, being a good friend, reaches out to Michael to check up on him, and he's being a man of God. So he sends him the Bible verse. And the Bible verse he sends is when trouble comes, be full of joy. To which Michael respond back, nigga, maybe it's too late. So look, that's another thing, right? I'm not knocking churches. I'm a believer in God. God is good, won't he do it all the time, right? But you cannot, and I repeat this, listen to me. You cannot, everything cannot be um like you can't fix everything with a Bible verse. You can't. And just because you throw a Bible verse out, it ain't gonna make stuff better. Know what I'm saying? Like really though, because sometimes you be like, I remember real quick, they used to tell me like, man, you gotta focus on Jesus and not the storm. Nigga, the storm is hitting me in my face right now. I'm talking about the rain is pouring, the thunder is loud, and you talk about don't focus on the storm. How am I not supposed to do that? And
Now,
they
in the
couldn't answer.
words of Medea, she said, I only got two cheeks to turn. And after that, I turn that second cheek, I'm gonna slap the hell out of you. You're not
But
gonna play in my
goddamn.
face and disrespect me. You know what I'm saying? Like it's one like Jesus did not call on us to be a doormat. So
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, I get that now, but then yeah, they was on it, man. They were trying to like, no, you. I'm like, man, you got me
I'm not
shit
gonna
all
stay
fucked up.
anywhere where I'm being disrespected constantly. Absolutely.
No, it's all yeah. You can't fix. Sometimes, man, look. Sometimes people are not trying to hear a Bible verse, man. Sometimes they just want you to listen, or man, they just want some real life advice. You know what I'm saying? Just throwing it out there. So April wants out. And I'm tired of pleading. That's what he told old boy Kenneth after he sent that Bible verse. So Kenneth, again, being a good friend, invites Mike over to the house to watch the game that night. Just to, get his mind off of what's going on at the house. And that'd be another thing, nigga. When you going through heartbreak or going through whatever, nigga, there's nothing that's gonna take your mind off of shit. I don't care what nobody say, right? But Michael was like, nah, I'm good. And then he follows up with another text. She'll accept it or move on. She isn't who I thought he was according to God. A lot of changes, but she'll get what she wants, a way out. So during the day while April is at work trying to do her job because she's the only one keeping the house afloat because the nigga ain't getting no acting jobs or whatever the case may be. And this man is constantly texting her, right? He telling her what she ain't gonna do and what she does and what she doesn't do. So the nigga, he just obviously he crashing out right now. So obviously he crashing out. And April being sensible, she telling him she's not trying to do all this hollering and screaming and knocking over furniture. Like, look, dude, if you want to talk, we could talk. You know what I'm saying? But all that extra rah-rah shit that you doing, I ain't on whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? But you got to get your shit together. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't going to be throwing furniture around the goddamn house, especially when your ass can't afford no new shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what she told him. So the poor woman was afraid to go home.
You breaking up my shit. I
Exactly. That's what I'm
probably
saying,
paid for
nigga.
it.
You ain't got no job and you throwing furniture, my nigga. Like, come on, bro. You gotta be a little bit more conscious. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, you nigga kick an outside wall or something. So she didn't want to go home. And she told him that she was afraid for herself as well as her children. And just on a side note, when you see the nigga, he looks scary as fuck. Like he look angry. Like you can look in his eyes. The nigga, he looks angry, like he really does, man. He scared the shit out of me, I'll tell you that. So Michael tells her that he will leave and go to his friend's house for the night. But this asshole just, he can't let the situation be. And he just had to add, I can vacate the premises for the night. Just give me a time and I'll leave. My biggest mistake was being involved with a woman who isn't submitted to God. Let's stop right there. Man, stop trying to use God to try to justify BS when you didn't use your God in your marriage to keep it together. Don't try to use God use God and try to, what I'm saying, when shit go crazy and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? But during the whole marriage, you know what I'm saying, you didn't use God whatsoever. Don't do that. He's not a genie. Just want to throw that out there for you, right? And then don't try to make a person feel bad because they want to leave because you on some bullshit and try to put God in it. Don't do that. So anyway, then he asked what time she will be home, saying she's cheating and she threw him under the bus. Just a whole bunch of mess. So it's obviously this nigga is really, really crashing out. He not only crashing out, but the nigga broke. And that's a bad combination for some black men. You know what I'm saying? When you used to be able to provide and do everything like that and this, and now you can't, and your girl talk about leaving, you're not looking at the bullshit that you did. You making it seem like it's just because your money ain't right. When you didn't forget all the other shit that you did, right? So of course, April responds back denying claims of cheating and begs Michael to come to their son's game, which he seemingly just ignored, right? She was telling them how important the game was to their son and that he would be really disappointed if his father couldn't make it. You think that nigga came? No, he did not. April texted him later in the day saying her son got sick at school, and Michael pretty much ignored that too. So he's one of your typical niggas. If I can't have you, fuck them kids.
Yeah, I have a story about that, but I'll say that till later. So he had been drinking and praying all day, according to Michael, and he said
Drink. Hold on, back up. Hi, drinking and praying. How
drinking
does
and
that even go
praying.
together?
That's
They
what
don't
he
even
told.
go together.
It don't, but that's what he told April he
Like
was doing
Lord,
at one point during the conversation. He said, "I've been drinking and praying all day."
hey, look at Lord Jesus. Hold on. As this Tangeray hits my system, I just give you praise for making the necessary juices to provide me with this courage to come to you as a man of the Lord. Okay, go ahead, my bad.
So, like I said, he had been drinking and praying all day. So, another friend, Evan, reached out to Michael and offered him to come by his house as well, which he never showed up, but told April that's where he was headed for the evening. Now, Kenneth, he reaches back out to Michael around 6 p.m. and extends the invitation to come by again, only for Michael to decline again. And he tells him, appreciate it, but shit is going to hell fast and I wouldn't be good company.
Yes, keep your depressed ass where the fuck you at. Don't bring that shit to my house.
So, anyway, between 9:43 a.m. and 8:12 p.m., there had been an exchange of 95 text messages between Michael and April. I know she was aggravated. Shit. Texting me. But anyway, April, she gets home with the boys shortly after, and she thinks she's coming home to have some peace after arguing via text all day with her raggedy ass husband, only to walk in the door and this Negro is standing there in the dining room. So she like, oh, she just sit down like, nigga, what's going on? Like, let's go ahead and talk so I can go call it a night. I just want to go soak in the tub, give me something to eat. I don't feel like dealing with this shit. So her son Caleb goes to climb into her lap, but she tells Caleb and Nehemiah to go to their room so she can talk with their dumbass daddy. But before the boys can even get to their room, Michael grabs April by her arm into the hallway and she falls on the floor.
Abusive. Abusive. So before she can get up, Michael pulls out a gun and shot her in her leg. And then look, this nigga diabolical, bro. This nigga is diabolical from the straight from the depths of hell. Listen to what this nigga told her. Now you do know, remember, she was a runner, she was a track star, right? This girl was a runner. This nigga pulls out a gun, shoots her in the leg, and says, if you like running, then run to heaven. And then he shoots her once more in the back. Niggas diabolical, right? Now it's 8:23. Michael texts April's stepdad, Carlos, and says, come get the boys. I just shot April. So imagine you getting a phone call from your son-in-law. Is it son-in-law?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, son-in-law, saying that he just shot your daughter, come pick up the kids. So quite naturally, Carlos, which is her father, and April's mom, Kay, jump into the car and they flying to get to the couple's house. While on their way, Carlo calls 911 and tells the operator about the text he got from Michael. So they are dispatching officers on the scene. Now, Michael called 911 himself around 8:31 p.m., reporting the shooting, and then hangs up. The 911 operator hits up the paramedics and dispatches them to the address and calls Michael back. This nigga answers and said, I shot my wife. The weapon was on the table by the door, and it wasn't my attempt to kill her. Like he said, I mean to kill her. Bitch, you lying.
You did. You sit there and literally told her to run her ass to heaven. The
You
fuck?
told her to run to heaven, man. Like, damn, that's diabolical. The operator tells Michael to stand outside. So Michael stands outside with the phone and just waiting like this nigga's waiting for an Uber. So this nigga is outside with his arm crossed, looking from side to side, waiting for the police to come, right? He ain't acting like a man who just murdered his wife in cold blood. So Officer Joseph Villagrán of the LAPD arrived at 8:36 p.m. Now, you know they live in a good white neighborhood. Would you like to know why? Because he called the police at 8:31 p.m. and they arrived at 8:36 p.m. I called the police when I lived off of Harvard around 9 o'clock to report gunshots, and I think they got there the next morning around 6 a.m. No bullshit. So Michael casually walks to them, right, walk up to him into the house and into the hallway where April body was still laying. So he brings them in and points her out or whatever. Oh, rest in heaven, sweetie.
That's ridiculous. Like it is. I have no words for this because it doesn't make any sense. So Michael then says, "quote I shot around and then I don't know what happened." And they say, "Okay, sir, we understand. We understand. So we're just gonna need you to just, go ahead, turn around, put your hands behind your back. We're gonna read you your Miranda rights, and you're not gonna pass go. You're not gonna collect $200, but you are gonna go straight to jail."
Yeah, my nigga, you should have known that from your years as an actor, as a police officer.
Yeah. So they actually don't interview Michael until the next day. I guess they thought it was late. I don't know. They didn't feel like dealing with this shit. So they did say that he didn't appear drunk and didn't smell like liquor when he was arrested. So they gave Michael the floor to speak. So this man said, "I got mad about them texts.
Mm.
And I thought that our relationship was on the up and up because I mean my finances was getting better. But April, she just ain't want to work it out. I mean, I was just in so much pain. I just wanted her to hurt like I hurt. So I shot her in the legs because she was a runner."
God damn. Nigga, why don't you just shoot your goddamn what? Nigga, shoot yourself. You can't get mad at
something
her.
it's something about that. He said he wanted to shoot himself, but he was scared. So
Nigga.
so he said he was drinking when she came home with the boys, and when she came in and sat down at the table, he said her dad had left his gun at their house and that April had lunged at him. So he says, "quote There was a knife. I don't remember if it was on the table." And then he said he couldn't remember if there was anything in her hands when she lunged at him. And just a side note, the police didn't find a knife on any of the tables in the house.
Because the nigga lying.
Exactly.
The nigga lying. So Michael claimed that he pushed her away, and as he pushed her, he let off the first shot, but didn't know where he hit her. She fell and then he fired into her legs. Yeah, I mean, like, of course, I'm not living at the situation. It's just the 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 fact that he really thinks it's believable what he's saying. You know what I'm saying? The shit that people say. But he said all he intended to do was shoot her in her legs. He then said he may have fired the gun 2 to 3 times. And before this incident, he had never laid a finger on her. He said we were happy except for the money. What I tell you, that nigga was making it about the money, not realizing it was probably all types of shit that he wasn't or was doing. I didn't have the courage to kill myself. I didn't mean to kill her. So after he sat in jail for a few days and guilt would probably eating at his conscience, he decides it would be a good idea to get on the phone and call Carlos from jail. He tells him that it was an incident and he was probably a little drunk. He was formally charged on May 22nd, 2014 with first degree murder.
And April was laid to rest at the Calvary Chapel Church in Los Angeles, California. And there was also a memorial held at the Oasis Church in Los Angeles. So everyone from her job at Biola University was in attendance, and they also created a scholarship in her name. Now, Michael, he sat in jail for about 2 years before going to trial in May 2016, which was almost exactly 2 years to the date of the murder. It took some time because LAPD was having issues trying to gain access to April's phone. So, with iPhones, they pretty much are like almost hack proof. And Apple will not help you hack into a phone. They don't give a damn if it's a police
Hell
investigation.
no.
They are not helping you. So they said like the FBI stepped in and all but demanded that Apple unlock April's phone. They said, "No, we ain't doing it. Figure it out." Which is wild to me. So
No, man, look, they said fuck that. Hey, they loyal to their customers. You know what I'm saying? They say even if you
and
get
that's
killed, my nigga, We ain't about to open up that phone to nobody. That hey, look,
So
hey,
basically, yeah.
shout out to Apple.
Yes. So the LAPD, they were finally able to find a forensic cell phone expert who was able to get into the phone, and this is how they had came across all those texts that we were speaking about before.
Mm. Now, doing opening statements, the prosecution, who were Tanaz Mazovic, look, it's a horrible last name. We're gonna say Tanaz M. Said that he was moving forward with a first degree murder charge, rightfully so, because the crime was premeditated. He told the jury that the actor was waiting for his wife and shot her in the back and taunted her before shooting each of her legs. So he shot her once in the back and shot her twice in her legs. That's premeditated. I don't give a fuck what nobody say.
I
On the
agree.
yes, that's premeditated. On the defense was Jamin Hicks, and he said that his client was remorseful for killing his wife, but it was a crime of passion, not planned. He was a hurt man and acted out of emotion, right? Jamon wanted a charge of voluntary manslaughter. He said, "This is not about who did it. We acknowledge that." So he said, "Look, we know dude killed her. We acknowledge responsibility. We ain't got no problem doing that. The nigga did it. Yes, he did. This case is about why it was done. We are not going to provide you with an excuse. We're going to provide you with an explanation." Which I mean, I'm not gonna be. That's a good argument. You know what I'm saying? Bullshit, but it is a good argument. During the trial, April and Michael's son, Nehemiah, testified against Michael, telling the jury that he heard that night before his mom was shot about her running to heaven. Like, yeah, that's some diabolical shit to tell somebody. I'm sorry, I keep thinking about this. This nigga said, since you like running, run to heaven. That nigga probably would think about that line all
All
day.
day. He showed.
All day. They think like, okay, shit, what I'm about to say, what I want to say. Like, I ain't gonna make no joke because we ain't gonna make no joke about the victim. But the nigga was thinking about that all day. Trust me.
So a neighbor, Mark Robles, he also taught their sons jujitsu. He testified saying that, quote, he's just not an aggressive person at all, and that's why this seems so out of character. It's always the ones that you don't think will do it that do stuff. Like what you So Michael, he did not testify on his own behalf, and they had several witnesses come forward. They went back and forth for almost a week, and then the prosecution's closing arguments came. And here's what the prosecution had to say. Quote, Michael Jace committed first degree murder when he shot and killed April Jace. April Jace's killing would be voluntary manslaughter only if Michael Jace acted rashly and under the influence of the intense emotion that obscured his reasoning or judgment, and the provocation would have caused a person of average disposition to act rashly and in the heat of passion.
Oh, and the defense closing argument was the prosecution was overselling the case by arguing first degree murder because the evidence did not show that Michael Jace planned to kill him. She provoked him, which created passion in him. So it was a crime of passion. I be wondering, like, how sometimes do these goddamn defense lawyers be sleeping at night?
That's what I would like to know.
Like when you know you are knowingly defending somebody who did it, because like they niggas be knowing, you knowing that you defending somebody that did it. What happened if you get out and do the shit again? Like nigga, do you think about that? Like you know what I'm saying? Do you think about that? That shit crazy. So the jury was made up of 6 women and 6 men. They deliberated for less than 3 hours, and we know what that means. What does that mean, Tiffany?
They was out there, went and grabbed lunch. They had to decide what they wanted for lunch, and then they was back. They was just like, "Yeah, he did it. What we eating for lunch?"
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Let's use some of these taxpayers' money. So Michael James was convicted of second degree murder with intentional and personal discharge of a firearm causing death on May 16th, 2016. On June 20th, 2016, he was sentenced to 15 years to life for the second degree murder charge, an additional 25 years for a firearm enhancement for a grand total of 40 years to life.
Now, during the victim impact statements, April's mom said, quote, my first thought on my mind most mornings is your daughter has been murdered. Then I wonder about how I'll do today without her. I think about how my grandsons will navigate their teen years. Will they remember their mother and how much she loved them? And then this nigga cried during sentencing and apologized, reiterating that he ain't mean to kill her. And he said, quote, there is absolutely no justification for my actions on that night. I am profoundly sorry for the pain I've caused everyone. There was no premeditated anything. Sir, we don't believe you. Fuck you.
We don't believe you. We need more people. So while he was talking, April mom, along with the rest of the other family, man, they got up and they left the courtroom. They was like, man, we want to hear that bullshit. And knowing that this nigga's an actor, so he probably acting like he really care, which he really don't. You know what I'm saying? So they're like, we don't want no parts of this. Afterwards, speaking to a reporter, April's oldest son, Savor, said that his family was happy with the verdict and said, finally, he's convicted. Finally, it is less of a burden. My question is, nigga, you was getting taught just jujitsu. What is it called? What was it again?
Jujitsu.
Jujitsu, nigga. You didn't do no kung fu shit on that, nigga.
No, her sons were learning jujitsu.
Oh, my bad. That's April's oldest son. My bad. Oh, my bad. Anyway, Michael Jace did file an appeal in January of 2019, saying that the prosecutor committed misconduct by misstating the law. A voluntary manslaughter case was reviewed and his sentences was affirmed. So they said, fuck you. This is where you're about to stay. So Michael Jace is serving his sentence at California State Prison, Corrogan. He is eligible for parole May 2034, and he is currently engaged to another man in jail by the name of Nasty Nate. Oh, I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. I may got that wrong. My
You're so aggravated.
bad. Oh man. So that is the story of the aggravating actor Michael and April Jace.
Black girl magic. That's all.
Black girl, yes, man. This nigga told her to run to heaven. Well, imagine if she in heaven, right? And then he gave himself to God while he in jail and he come up there, right? I know she gonna be like old dude off of what's that movie ATL? Like, I know that ain't who I think it is.
I no, I really do. Like I know they say like you don't. It's no nothing bad in heaven or whatever. But for real, I
You gonna get kicked out of don't Tibbs, you gonna get kicked out of heaven trying to settle some earth beef. All right, that was done on earth. You are in the heaven now on the streets paved to gold.
But
You know
why
what I'm
is he
saying?
here though? Jesus, why is he here?
Jesus, like Tiffany, don't do this, please. I mean, Jesus. Oh, that's
No, I
myself.
see.
That's myself.
I would love to be security. Like we ain't letting that nigga. Not no,
So
you can't come.
wait, you
Let
said
me be security in heaven because that shoot wouldn't nobody
heaven's
be.
gonna have security, so they're gonna have bouncers. They're gonna be looking at the list. Like,
I'm be sitting there like yeah, no, no,
let me see.
no
Donald
sir.
Trump, Donald Trump, Donald Trump.
Don't
No,
even
brother,
start.
you
Don't
ain't
even
on
start.
here, man. You ain't
But yeah,
on
like
here.
it's crazy. 'Cause I'm like it's just so crazy because His grace is like crazy because it's like as people we can't even fathom because let it be up to me. Yeah.
Man, yes. Exactly. Right?
So
But
yes,
it grace is
but that's
sufficient.
why yes,
Yes.
His grace is sufficient. So let's move on to our favorite segment.
Love, lies, and alibis.
Okay. So what we got here, young lady? What we got?
This week's question is if your partner cheats, do you leave? Do you stay? How many times can your partner cheat before you leave? I'll shoot it over to you
Mm.
since you briefly touched on that.
Oh man, don't be trying to put me out there like that because I got cheated on. So
I think
my
we've
ex,
all got cheated on at this point in life.
hell yeah, if you ain't got cheated on, you ain't live life. That's all I'm saying, man. Ain't nothing like, you know what I'm saying, waking up the next morning just thinking to yourself like, God damn, this bitch really did fuck this nigga. So anyway, yes, for me, I got cheated on once, and I forgave. That shit was hard. I ain't gonna lie. Because I did it. I cheated in the very beginning. So I was like, bitch, you got me. You got me back. So I got my lip back. I mean, she got her lip back. Then she did it again. And I was gonna forgive her. Now, I mean, how many times you forgive? I don't know, but I was gonna forgive her because at this time I was in a marriage. So it wasn't like if it was a relationship, I was like, bitch, skedaddle. But I was in a marriage, we got kids. I'm like, I want this to work. But she was like, no, I'm cool on it, dog. And she ended up bouncing. So yes, I will forgive
And to
somebody.
this day, still trying to come back mad.
No, baby, come back. So with that being said, what's his name? Spider-Man said, everybody gets one. Like, you know what I'm saying? You get one good chance, you get one good time. I ain't gonna lie. I give you one good time. After that, nigga, I'm bouncing.
Let's see. I yeah,
What about you?
I was cheated. I got cheated on. Like that nigga cheated on me. I don't even know how many times. Like, and that's just the times I knew about. Um, but my thinking at the time was, we got these kids. I don't want to raise my kids. I don't want to. We had two kids, and he was raising my oldest, and I didn't want. I wanted my kids to have their father, but it was just like and we were literally in the middle of planning a wedding. Like, I mean, we were about 10 grand in on this wedding. Dress bought, venue secured, my bridesmaid had their dresses, and I found that nigga cheated. No,
Mm,
it's done. I'm done. Pack your shit up, get the fuck out. I'm done. That was my breaking point, and I was just like, and that was we were together for what, 7 years? Yeah, no. And that was the first and
mm.
last time. You cheat on me one time. Now we're done. If I find out, we're done. There's no ifs, ands, buts. I'm done. I don't play that. Because did you just see that today it came out in the news that in Cleveland there are over 5,000 diagnosed cases of HIV? And I specifically say diagnosed because there are probably so many more who walking around don't know they got it, or whatever the case may be. No, thank you. Mm-mm.
Exactly like that.
I
Why
found
every
out you
time I
cheat.
cough?
It's a wrap.
Nah, you're right. You're
I
right.
found out you cheat. It's a wrap. Like I said, we too
And
old
then
for these
I
games. Nah.
No, I feel I feel like women are more forgiving though, because niggas like I mean,
Yes,
of
most
course
most
I would, but
definitely.
yeah, nigga can't take it. Like our whole life be
Y'all be
just
on
when
life
you find out
support.
your girl talking cheating on you, cause I think it's the arrogance. Because nigga be thinking like, nigga, she ain't about to go nowhere and with your girl. Oh my god, man! And then if she cheat on you with a nigga that's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, say for instance, you pulling up in an Altima and this nigga got a Hellcat or something, or a nigga that's really doing bigger things than you, nigga, that will fuck you up. Luckily, she cheated on a nigga, a old ass nigga who had a receding hairline. You know what I'm saying? It was built like a goddamn ladder. So for me, it really didn't hurt that much. You know what I'm saying? So let's read some of these comments, right? Here
All
we
right,
go. Here we
so
go.
let's see. Shanitha says, if we're being transparent, we say we never stay, but I have. I've stayed and tried to work it out, and then one I left immediately. It depends on the situation, connection, and history.
Okay, it's Brittany BH said once you tear your draws from me, draws with me. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? She look like she don't know how to spell. I'm done.
Draws,
One and
underwear, nigga.
once you tear your draws with me, what that don't make no sense.
Just read the comment. I don't know. I was trying to help
Yeah,
her out.
Brittany, man, make sure you inbox us, tell us what's going on. If you need help on finance, we'll look out for you. One and done over here. They do it one time, they would do it again. That's not true. I mean,
Yes, it is.
99% of the time, but that's not always true. Um, Leslie said, I can't handle cheating the way I blocked dude for raising their voice at me once. I'm gonna be single forever. Let me
Shit,
see
I'm
how
with
you look.
Leslie. I'm with Leslie. Like, you look at me wrong. Up, this ain't gonna work. No, thank you, sir. All right, let's moving on to the next. So let's see. Asha says, I used to cheat back, but I don't have that type of energy, so no more. So yeah, after the first time, you won't have a chance to do it a second. That part.
Okay, mommy said it's easy to say leave, but I stayed and tried to work it out. Then I saw his shitty draws and I was out. Like, come on now. Now, come on now. You know, sometimes y'all wouldn't be having some shit in y'all draws. I didn't did yes. All right. Y'all be
At this big age,
discharging.
you don't know how to wipe your ass.
I'm just saying. I mean, women, y'all be having stuff in y'all drawers too. Y'all the only niggas that be having drawers that be purple, but they're inside with a cooch at. Know what I'm saying? It be like it deteriorated or turned a different color. Got acid in your cooch. All I'm saying though, so don't be talking about a nigga because he had a maybe forgot to wipe one good time. Okay. Oh, we got this a new one too. I got to read her because she be on my team. Ruth Saint Michael, or is it Michelle? Ruth Saint Michelle. What's that?
Why
Michael
don't you just
Michelle?
read their first names and just keep it moving?
All right, Ruth. Know what I'm saying? A biblical name. I can remember. I can't remember who said it or where I heard it, but it was said. So here it goes. I'm going to stay until I hate you. Realistically, everyone says they'll leave, but we have to see if the stove is hot. Sometimes insanity is doing something the same thing over and over, expecting change. Who'd boo boo the fool? You because you keep cheating, or me because I keep tolerating it? Hell, even a hamster eventually gets off the wheel, but a crackhead keeps going until one hit too many. Hell, I don't know, but anyway, forget it. All that live, you only live once. What the fuck was you saying, Ruth? You were giving a whole lot of analogies, but what the hell was you saying? It's a yes or no. Ruth, have you been cheated on? Let me see, Ruth. I think Ruth got a husband too. No, Ruth got her profile picture like she's sitting at a free clinic.
You know what? Don't do that.
Ruth, are you
No.
at the free clinic? You tell me, girl. You hit me up. She got a nice little smile though, but she's sitting at the free clinic. Okay, one last
Last
one.
one. I'm not. Neoma
I said
says
one last one. Go ahead. Jeez.
definitely depends on the relationship and if it's worth putting in the work to repair the damage. I've been cheating on it and I've stayed and haven't had any more issues because he see the hurt that he caused me. Well, that's a good man if he got his shit together. But
Are y'all? The question is, are y'all still together?
I mean, does it
Because if
matter?
no, dude. Because if he took you took him back and did that, and all you did was made him stronger for another woman.
Shit, you can have him then. Don't make me
All
go
right, and
get
that's it. That is, we are done with our love, lies, and I love. What the fuck is you typing? And why you type so fast? How did you learn how to type that damn fast? And you got nails.
because I started typing when I was like 9, and
Who was typing at 9?
my mother made me sit. Okay, this sounds like child abuse, but it
It
probably was.
is. You was a secretary at 9 years old.
He used to my mother used to literally sit there, like, you know how you have the home keys? My mom would literally sit there and tape the letters on my
A S
hand,
D
on
F
my
G H A
fingers.
K L. Are you serious?
Yes, and she would make me type for hours. And then honestly, I ended up falling in love with it. And if you ask my sisters, they used to tease me because while everybody else was outside playing, I used to be on a computer typing with Mavis Beacon playing typing games. So yeah. So
That
anyway,
explains a lot. It explains a lot. Go
I
ahead.
told you I was a nerd for the longest. Okay, so let's move on. Before you mention our girl, I just want to mention a couple things. Love Lies and Alibis, the panel. If you have not seen the breaking news, we are going to have a relationship panel, and we are so excited because we have been putting this off for months, and we finally have set a date. We have finally got it together. So we are looking for 6 contestants. There will be 3 men, 3 women. Me and Willie will be the moderators, and it's just going to be a really good conversation. It's going to be raw, it's going to be uncut. We are not giving relationship advice. We are just going to get perspectives on relationships in today's world because it's crazy. So
It is. It is,
we
man.
would prefer at least one man and one woman be married, like have be in a marriage, like just to bring that perspective. But the other, we don't care. So if you're interested, send us an email to podcast@melaninmysteries.com. The recording date is going to be May the 3rd. Don't know when we're going to air it, but it's going to be May the 3rd. You don't need any fancy equipment. You can literally record, put some headphones in and record on your phone. Nothing is required. We're gonna have a really good time. We really want um y'all to participate with us. So okay, go ahead and talk about Khadijah. I just wanted to
Man, y'all already know what it is. Khadijah. Yeah, Khadijah Brown. That's our baby. Known to we got to go fund me. Let me tell you. Oh, girl, I got to give her a shout out. What's your girl name? The one,
D'Artagnan.
don't do that. I mean, come on. D'Artagnan. I want to give a shout out to D'Artagnan. D'Artagnan she official. She really be donating to this, to the GoFundMe. Donate. That's all I'm saying. Donate at $5. Look, I'm gonna hold y'all hostage like old dude who say never would have made it.
Child, I'm trying to tell you, I'd have been in that
I'm
congregation.
gonna
Excuse me,
exactly.
911. I'm being held hot. Where the niggas from Takens at? Can y'all
Yeah, that's
send
what I'm saying.
DMD in here and
Exactly.
come get me? Cause I'm being held hostage. I can't do this. Because if not, somebody don't come, I'm gonna whoop his ass.
Exactly. I'm
I
gonna
got
hold
some
y'all
history
hostage.
first.
So yes, just donate something. Like I said, at the end of that, we trying to get her. sentence reduced so she can spend time with her kids. She got 4 beautiful kids that deserve to see their mom. Everybody makes mistakes, right? And we serve a God that's forgiving. So let's make sure that we do not try to hold somebody at a higher standard than we hold ourselves. And with that being said, we're gonna pass it along to you, and you could talk about everything else.
Okay. So next on the agenda, don't forget, we got a lot going on. June 12th, we are going to be in Atlanta with Kay at the Infamous Ones meet and greet in Atlanta. I believe she's almost sold out. So if you have not gotten your tickets, I would advise you do that soon if you want to meet us in Atlanta. But we will also be in Cleveland for our 1 year anniversary on July the 12th. It's a completely free event. It's going to be a huge picnic. Kay is going to be there, and we have another special guest that's
No,
going
no.
to be there as well, but I'm not going to
Yeah,
reveal who that
we
is
gotta
just
make sure
yet.
his thick ass gonna be there.
Yeah, so I won't reveal that just yet, but we do have another special guest that will be in the building. And also just make sure that you are leaving us reviews. We appreciate y'all so much because we literally went from like 30 reviews to 100 in like 2 weeks, which is
And
phenomenal. And
the
we really
only
appreciate
reason
y'all.
y'all niggas did that because y'all was so thirsty to hear that recording. That's all it is. Y'all don't love us like that. Y'all love the juice that we provide. The
Oh yeah, because if
toxicity.
y'all missed the recording on that live, baby, we had a time on live. We that and it was so, oh my gosh, it was so many of y'all on there. Thank y'all for hanging out with us and stop being a bully. You on one today? Yes, we had a time on live the other day. Yeah, that recording was wild. And whoever in our
Yeah.
group and whoever in the group snitching,
Who's
yeah.
snitching?
Mm-hmm.
Somebody in our group
We
snitching.
still
I'm
gonna
about
we
to do
gonna
some.
find out who it is. I just
Yes,
ain't
I'm
had
gonna do
time.
the
We gonna find out
investigating
who
work
it
and I'm
is.
gonna expose you. And I'm going, and you know what though? I'm not going to even kick you out the group. You can still stay, but I'm about to talk about your ass. You can still stay in the group. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to talk about your ass. That's it. All right, that's it.
So yeah, we don't do that around here. We like it drama free. Um and from there, what else is there? I think that's all I got. Make sure you're following us on all social media platforms, Instagram, TikTok,
And
Facebook.
join our Facebook group.
Oh yes, of course, yes. Join the Facebook group, Love Lies and Alibis. That's where Willie be over there at cutting up. He about to get cut off. He might get kicked out the group soon. I don't
Yes,
know.
I'm literally cut down to I could only make 3 posts a day. So you noticed I haven't posted today? All right, we're recording on a Saturday. I did not post today because I'm gonna do 3 ones at the end that's gonna get me in trouble, and I'm done for the day.
So yes, meet us over at Love Lies and Alibis and let us know what you think of the case. Come kiki with us and have some fun. And that's really, I think that's all I got. Do we got anything else? I think
No,
that's
that's
it.
it. We good.
Okay. So we just want you to always remember that love should never come with a life sentence. So make sure you choose freedom and not felonies.
And we out.